Hi, my name's Brooke. I'm going to be your student nurse today. So I'm going to close this door to give us some privacy. Just do my hand hygiene. So today I'm going to be performing a head-to-toe assessment. Can I say your name, date of birth?
Elena Long, February 11, 2003.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to fill out your whiteboard. Again, my name is Brooke, and today's date is September 27th. So before we begin, I'm just going to move your shoes so they're not a tripping hazard for anyone.
All right.
Just right over here. The rest of your personal belongings will be right over here, but I'll get them back to you at the end of this, I promise. This looks like you're not attached to any IVs or tubes, so I can move this pole out of the way a little bit more. We have your oxygen and suction there, which is good, and I'm just going to raise you up. So, do you know where you are today?
Liberty Station Hospital.
Liberty Station Hospital. All right, and then do you know what today's date is?
September 27th.
September 27th. All right, so it seems like you're pretty alert and aware, which is good. And then what brought you in today?
I have a really bad headache.
Really bad headache? Okay, when did this headache start?
It started 2 days ago.
2 days ago? Okay, what were you doing at the beginning?
It was like at the end of my run.
At the end of the run?
Yeah.
Okay, so does anything make it worse, like running?
Yes, like once I end my run, it definitely hurts a lot more.
Okay, is there anything that helps it or alleviates it?
Either Advil or just like dimming the lights.
All right, would you like me to dim the lights? Would that
Yes,
help?
please.
All right, there you go. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you describe your pain?
6.5.
6.5? All right, and then is it throbbing, radiating, pulsing?
Throbbing.
Throbbing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and begin our assessment. I'm just going to check your pupils really quick. Bright light, real fast. All right, if you just follow it to this pen. All right, pupils were equal, round, and reactive. They dilated from about a 4 to a 3, and they were accommodating, which is good. So now I'm just gonna begin. I'm gonna listen to your cardiac. I'm gonna do the cardiac part of the assessment. So I'm just listening to 5 points on your chest anteriorly. So first, I'm gonna start at your aortic point, which is gonna be second intercostal space right of the sternal border. Here I'm listening for any S2 sounds. All right, now I'm gonna move to your pulmonic area, which is second intercostal space left of the sternal border. Again, listening for S2 sounds. Now I'm going to move to your Erb's point, which is going to be third intercostal space left of the sternal border, listening for any S3 or S4 or murmurs. Now I'm going to move right down here to your tricuspid point, which is going to be fourth intercostal space left of the sternal border, listening for your S1. And then your mitral valve, which is fifth intercostal space left mid-clavicular, S1 as well. All right, well your S1 and S2 sounded clear. Normal rate and rhythm, 60 to 100 beats per minute. That all sounded good. So now I'm just going to palpate your carotid pulses one at a time so I don't cut off any circulation in your brain. All right. That's about a +2 amplitude, which is good. Normal rate and rhythm, 60 to 100 beats per minute. I'm also just going to assess your radial pulses bilaterally at the same time. +2 amplitude, normal rate and rhythm is 60 to 100 beats per minute. And if you could just give my fingers a good squeeze. All right, seems like you got good grip strength. So I'm just gonna take a look at your fingers really quick in your hands. Seems like you have good color, good temperature. Just gonna check for your capillary refill. That looks good. Less than 3 seconds. Your fingernails look very well manicured. They've been hydrating you well, haven't they?
Oh yeah.
All right, speaking of hydration, when was the last time you had you went to pee, you had a void?
This morning.
This morning, all right. And then your last bowel movement?
30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago, all right. Normal color consistency.
Yeah, everything looks good.
All right, so your fingernails all look good, no clubbing, means you're getting oxidation down there. I'm just gonna check again under your wrist. I checked your elbows already. That all looks good. So now I'm gonna check your tuger, which is just gonna be right underneath your collarbone. I'm just gonna pinch the skin. That one right back down, no tenting, which is awesome, means you're hydrated. Now I'm just gonna move on to your lower extremities. Might be a little cold. Sorry, the hospital air is always cold.
Oh, it's okay.
So just edema, I'm just gonna check for any pitting edema in your legs. That looks good, I don't see any there. Your toenails look very well manicured.
Yes.
I don't see any signs of infection. They look very clean, no dirt. For your capillary refill, I am going to check on the bottom since they're painted. All right, less than 3 seconds, that's normal. I'm just gonna palpate your dorsalis pedis pulses bilaterally, just right up here. +2 amplitude, normal rate and rhythm, 60 to 100 beats per minute, which is awesome. Now I'm going to palpate your posterior tibial pulses. These can be a little bit harder to feel just because they're behind here. normal rate of rhythm, about a +1 amplitude, which is perfectly fine. Now I'm just gonna have you press your feet down like you're pressing on the gas. All right, and lift them up to your chin. Perfect, that felt good. Your color as well, and your color is a little bit pinkish. The temperature feels good, doesn't feel cool, so it feels like you're getting perfect blood flow down there. So now I'm just gonna check the back of your neck and your head really quick, just for any rashes or any bed sores as well. I'm just gonna come down here again and check your feet right below here. Any bed sores or rashes? I don't see any of that, which is awesome. So now I'm gonna take a listen to your lungs, if that's okay. I'm gonna do 6 points anteriorly, 7 points posteriorly. So every time I play with my stethoscope, if you could just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, that'd be perfect. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna come under here for this last one. 5, 6. All right, I'm just gonna set you up really quick. Okay. 7 points on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I can lean you on back. Perfect. That sounded good. Lung sounds were clear bilaterally. I didn't hear any congestion, no phlegm, no wheezing. Didn't hear anything in there, so that sounded good. You also had a normal respiratory rate of 12 to 20 breaths per minute, which is awesome. So now I'm just gonna move on to the abdominal part of this assessment. So I'm just gonna lower you down, if that's all right. How's your headache doing, by the way? That did help?
Yeah, it did help.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna be sure to provide you privacy during this. I am gonna lift up your gown to expose your abdomen, but I'll be sure that you're not exposed. All right, so based off of just the initial look, it looks flat. I don't see any distension or concaving, which is good. It looks normal. So now I'm just gonna auscultate it and just take a listen for any bowel movement, bowel sounds. So I'm gonna start in your right lower quadrant, right upper quadrant, left upper quadrant, left lower quadrant. All right, that sounded active. Your bowel sounds were present. I heard them every 5 to 15 seconds, which is good. Now I'm just gonna palpate in the same sequence and just let me know if you feel any distend or any pain or anything. Start right lower, right upper, left upper, left lower. All right, that feels good. Did you feel any pain with that? Nope. All right, that feels good. So now I'm just gonna lower you down, but before I do that, I'm just gonna check your back and your sacrum for any bed sores. So I'm gonna roll you in 3, 2, 1. All right, your back looks good. I don't see any sores, as well as your sacrum and the back of your neck and your ears as well. I can lean you on back. So now I'm just gonna lower you on down. Now I'll get you some non-slip grippy socks so you can walk out of bed. Okay. You just swing your legs this way. I'll help you put them on. There you go. Of course. And there you go. Do you need help getting out of bed?
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So if you could just walk on your tippy toes to me. Perfect. You just walk heels back. All right, and then if you could just walk heel toe to me. It looks like you have normal gait, no limping, nothing like that. Can you step on this weight so I can take your, can you step on the scale so I can take your weight?
Yeah, of course.
All right, thank you so much. Now we'll get you back in bed. I'll keep it at the lowest setting so you can get out whenever you please.
Thank you.
Of course. There you go, it's on the lowest setting. So that is the end of my head to toe assessment. Here are some of your personal belongings back. Here's the call light. I'm gonna leave your shoes over there so they're not a tripping hazard.
Okay.
If you need anything, please feel free to press that button. I should be back in about an hour, but if you press that, I'll come right on my way.
Perfect, thank
All right,
you.
Thank you so much. I'm just gonna finish up with my hand hygiene, and I will see you about an hour.
Bye, Brooke.
Oh my
Bye.
gosh, guys.